mind when it comes to that individual madness. Swizz being one of them, right? I feel like he's been a bit of that pillar, that consistency for the squad. Always good for a multi-frag. We've seen it through the previous matches that we've kind of gone through. Now, you know, Neki can be up into that conversation. GXX as well, you brought it up, but I feel like generally this is a high-flying team. Like, you can have a lot of players within the squad that can pop off in any moment, and I feel like that's such a strength for Astral. But without any further ado, folks, we'll jump into the game. UNiTY will start things off on the CT side. Astral on a 10-match winning streak over on Dust 2. And let's see if they'll be able to make it 11 after this as they start things off as the aggressors. Early presence from Long.
Yeah, just showing themselves for now. Bomb is also making its way out. You've got Mike and Kefida alone on that A bomb side, and Kefida's been taken down. Woozy will find a response onto Meowpo, but the bomb is still on its way onto the bomb side, and Mike, you can't really do anything about it.
Yeah, just gonna have to wait for the smoke to land, and there comes the cross. Neki trying to hold the short players back, but it's paired up with some utility as well. So digits pressed, no problem. UNiTY with a delayed push. GXS has got his hands full, but they get emptied up quite quickly as Morisco turns it to dust. So here comes a short play. Brave 5, for some reason, has been given ages to shoot away his opponents, but it will eventually go down. Here come the dualies from Muzi, and boy, are they fragging. Swizz doesn't have a chance to see his opponents, so 1v2, that doesn't really go his way, and that's UNiTY ending up with round number 1.
Yeah, this is a very, very weird one that they're able to pick up, and there's plenty of time for the defuse. It felt like Astral were in a prime position to get this one, especially after the long kill, right? They have the bomb side to themselves. They have a man advantage. There's no defuse kit available for the CT side. And then somehow they're able to bounce right back into this. A big round coming out of Woozy, out of Mikey as well. Woozy's already got the money to go for an AWP if he wants to on the back of these kills, by the way. And as we said, every single swing round like this that goes in favor of UNiTY on Dust 2 is just going to add to the pile of pressure for the side of Astral, right? Because they know how much this game relies on them winning Dust 2, right? Even if you feel good about your opportunity to do something on Ancient, you still did play an official earlier today and you lost Ancient 113 to the side of Quentry, right?
Ouch.
This is another thing to take into consideration. Astral have already played a game today. And it was a 1-2 loss to Quentry. And they played another one against Ursa. So this is their third best of 3. Yeah, they lost to Quentry in the CCT Series 20. And then in the closed qualifier, so they got eliminated from the playoffs after losing on Ancient. They won on Dust 2, and then they lost on Nuke. And then they beat Ursa in a 2-0 fashion in the Nodwin Clutch Series. So
not only
it's been a long
day, it's a third tournament of the day.
Yeah, it is. It is a third match in a third different tournament, and they've played 5 maps already. So this is map number 6. You're playing at least 7.
Busy schedule, busy. I wonder if they're able to channel their inner, their inner Astral from versus Ursa, because two different coins, two different sides. For UNiTY, though, the last time we see them compete was in this tournament against Inner Circle Academy, a 2-0, which at first, felt like very close. But a 13-5 on Dust 2 was the decisive one, was that big changer, which I feel like that's why UNiTY feel quite comfortable jumping into this one against Astral. Sure, it is Astral's map pick and preference, but UNiTY, up, recent terms, have been all right on it too.
Yeah. Potentially the last game we see out of Kefida. Of course, there is an opportunity that he plays out all the games in the closed qualifier. We don't really know a lot about that.
What if they qualify? Maybe they give him the option to play in the LAN as well.
We don't really know about that.
No, to be fair, I doubt that. When you make a change, when you kind of make a change that kind of takes into consideration the future proofing of a project, you kind of want the new player to jump in very quickly and hit the ball running. And even though it's an important tournament, you kind of jump into exposure therapy straight away. I mean, take into consideration what Fnatic did prior to the major, right? You go in there, you qualify with Cypher, but hey, Jakazmo's there and waiting. Let's bring him on. Sure, Cypher helped Fnatic get into the major to begin with, You know, you wanted to get as many reps in for the squad as possible. So, you know, I wouldn't blame UNiTY if they indeed play with a new fifth, even if they do make it into LAN. I guess that's where I was going with that tangent.
Yeah, I was a bit surprised when we got Fnatic involved.
Yeah, but it's that kind of thought process, right? You know, of course you want to reward the players that help you, but at the same time, you got to look for the better good of the team long run. So it looks like there was a slight tech pause, but everybody's readying up on the server, and we should be jumping in fairly quickly. And there you go. Indeed, timer starts ticking down, and we should be good to go. Now, ASTRAL did get the bomb plant here, so the economy should be quite good. They've got a few Tech 9, Scout, and Galil. Can be quite dangerous, and ASTRAL are no strangers to winning weaker buys like this.
Yeah, really aren't. Thankfully, we're right back at it. Force buy coming out of ASTRAL. You've got Ray on a Galil. I'm disappointed because Ray is a menace on the Desert Eagle. I want to see him on a pistol every opportunity he's got. But the bomb is making its way through lower. Well, it will start making its way through lower any moment now. Boost for the AWP. We kind of pointed out that Woozy had enough money to bring that one out if he wanted to. And considering there's a force buy coming up, it's not the worst decision ever to have that big green. Provides a little bit of an advantage over the Scout of GXX. Looking like a B split. They do have a smoke for it. UNiFrag's playing very close.
There's no real quick help either. I think Mariska's a bit too far to help UNiFrag out, but tries to stick to the corner. Gets two. Right. How does he get rewarded with even a third UNiFrag? Come on. Oh. We knew UNiTY are made of star players. We knew that there'd be, you know, star capabilities across the road. We're seeing it exactly from round number 2 from UNiFrag.
What a play that is from the in-game leader as well. UNiFrag just mows them down in towards mid. I'm not sure if Mariska was able to get the attention away from the doors. I think it might have been the case, right? Because it felt like some of them were looking up. Yeah, I think Mariska was actually helping him out just by showing himself and firing a couple of bullets, getting the attention away so UNiFrag could get the kills. It's really well done out of the two of them. Force buy doesn't work. They don't find anything, so money's going to be looking very, very good on that CT side of things. And now they've got the confirmation that there's an AWP for Woozy. They didn't even see it in the previous round.
Ted, you know what comes to my mind whenever I see Woozy playing? I think we've had this discussion before. I think we've had this talk before. It's a Wazzy, it's a Woozy, Fugazi. Doesn't exist. It's fairy dust. No? Wolf of Wall Street. Oh,
I know it. I know the line. I know the line. It's just a bit... I don't want to say it's a bit overused, but it is. But I know it and I like it. I love the movie, man. I love this moment. It's a good moment. It's a good scene. I love the actor.
Yeah, you know. All right, all right, all right.
All right, all right, all right.
Well, all right, all right, all right. Let's get into round number 3 already. That was a quick pistol upset. Well, not upset. Shut down, mow down, clean up. Call it whatever you like, but it's rapid. But here comes the proper buy for ASTRAL. All in the hands of GXX. Let's see what he can do with it. Before we see a 1v1 with Woozy in mid.
UNiFrag, once again aggressive. Does get spotted out. Makes the wiser decision to back off. He's still got Woozy aggressive in towards short, and he's very committed to this fight. There's a Molotov behind him, so Woozy's overstayed his welcome a little bit. Honestly, a lucky man to be alive. Again, taking space out middle. Oh, did he see the gun barrel? Not really sure about it.
It's the info game that UNiTY need to be scared of. Woozy getting the first pick of the round. That's massive. Kind of halted the attack from ASTRAL.
Yeah. They shut down GXX. UNiFrag is going to join in. Woozy's coming in closer. These are the steps of the left-hand side player. I thought that was a flick.
So did
it's
I,
actually
dude.
UNiFrag to get the kill on the M4.
Oh my god, the bait. That nade also helping the situation, delaying any sort of push coming out from Swizz. Down to 7 points of health to add to that. Meow Pop, actually, will just get the 1 for now. But with that, UNiTY have restored order, right? No more having to worry about overstacking and trying to take space into the map. They've done their job. Now it's for Astral to try and either keep themselves alive or try and push for something, but neither of the two goes their way. UNiTY with 4 quick rounds on the board already.
Yeah, this is a very exciting beginning to this Dust 2 if you're UNiTY, right? This is not a map that should be going your way ultimately, but if Uzi's having a good performance, if NeoFrag is able to deliver, then Astral could have a difficult time getting into the swing of things, and even Morisco getting involved on the big green. That was, of course, after Uzi goes down. And Uzi has picked up GXX once again. Look at him go. NeoFrag does get punished, but that's just a single Tech 9 that gets spotted out. That's so much information. You know there's going to be people in tunnels.
Yeah, that's what Mikey's kind of taking attention of. Thing is, if Astral do choose to take up a lot of mid space and Mikey isn't able to punish, that rifle is up for grabs, but
Gotta
Mikey
go back.
Gets 1 HE log. That's a lot of damage inflicted. Woozy continues to be a terror. This guy is insane. He's such a menace. Just cannot be dealt with. And you've even got Kifida moving up from A-Long and creating another angle of opportunity. That's ridiculous from UNiTY.
Yeah, they're playing very assertive brand of Counter-Strike right now. NeoFrag pushing towards middle. Woozy looking for the fights at the start of every single round. Mikey just pushing through the smoke the moment that he realizes that the top middle player has been dealt with, and he can have a fight with the lower guys without being distracted from anywhere else. UNiTY are playing with a lot of confidence. Astro, what is the way to deal with all of that? Do you group up and pick up the pace yourselves, or do you play a very passive, very methodical round of Counter-Strike, try and punish when they go for the aggression? He's doing it again.
Look at him go. Look at him move. Oh, he's spotted out someone. Bound to. Headshot, though. It's an M4 headshot. The AK gets there as well, which means the Kalashnikov will win. So first time in a while in which UNiTY work off a numbers disadvantage, with Astral getting away with an uncontested pick. Does that change the matter, though?
That's a good resmoke. You're resmoking middle in hopes that this pushes them in towards short or long, right? You want them to go for an A split here. That's exactly what they're doing.
And Muzi's holding up first. Goes for the flash, tries to counter. Has to respect it though, misses the first shot, and Mikey tries to deliver. With that pick, Astral know that there's 2 players at least on the A site still, and they've got 50 seconds to figure out if they want to commit to B or fake out a double back into A.
The moment that Morisco gets into a fight in towards short, no matter whether he gets the kill or not, you're running out B. You just need to spot him out.
So maybe he'll try and be the quiet one here.
There's no way they still go short, right?
I mean, it looks like they're lining up to do that.
Is that a fake?
No
Meow's gonna run
to
out.
hear it.
He can call them back, but they'll have to cross through middle. There isn't a lot of time.
Morisco falls onto Woozy. He could potentially upset this entire round if they don't move away, but Neki winning the 1v1 is so damn crucial. Kifida.
Hold on.
The bomb doesn't get planted for him. There's no way he doesn't get planted center of the site, but Ray 5 finds a final kill onto him, and with that, Astral show themselves on the score sheet.
Yeah, that was a little bit terrifying towards the end, because Meow knows that B is empty, but they didn't really have the time to go back, so they had to try and power through. A bunch of fights just not going in favor of UNiTY, but other than that, they're putting themselves in very good positions. A lot of 1vx's though. The Opera had an opportunity. Morisco couldn't get a kill. Mikey went down as well to a bunch of players on his screen. A missed shot out of Uzi. I was surprised that after the flash pop, Uzi didn't peek straight away and he kept on jiggling.
But it is good to see GXX answering back now. It was Ruzi's show for quite a while, 9-2. Pretty damn decent, getting early picks and also repositioning time and time again. But this is GXX's time to be the first on board. But also engaging early and long, not really committing to it. UNiTY, a lot of question marks on the map now for them. Look, give it a go. He's pushing past the smoke. Yeah, Ray 5 is always ready, though. Try to play it risky. Doesn't work out.
You still have a bunch of nades, and they are splitting A. You could do some damage. Double nade. They're already out. Molotov's a little bit late, and you're not ready for the long presence. Yeah, Ray 5 just shoots Neofrag from the back, and this should be a save. Uzi should be thinking about getting out of there.
It's got to be the round. I love that. He's got to get out of it, and then, well, never mind.
Yeah.
I love that from you. Yeah.
He'll regret not running. He regrets it already.
And down he goes.
Should have just run T-spawn. Yeah, but that... It's a 1v4. What can we really do? He gets a double kill. Tries to play it smart. He was hoping that they would just hightail it in towards T-spawn and not really take it into consideration. There's a replay. Good opening kill out of GXX. Capita trying his luck through the smoke. Not really working out. A second round on the T side. A bit of a slower beginning. But a beginning. After all, still enough money on the CT. And the bomb is making its way towards B. This could be a little bit pacier. Marisko's jump spotting. There's a chance for GXX. Not an easy shot to hit, but if he does, they're onto an empty bomb site. Are they going? They are. Oh.
Well,
round over. Oh, what?
What? Oh, they're overplaying themselves. They're thinking there could be a potential stack, that there could be quick rotations, they can exploit it, but instead the only rotation is Mikey, and he's realized no one's come in.
I can tell you for a fact Mikey's shocked. Every single UNiTY player is shocked right now that they've not lost this round and they've not called a save. If they double back and they go into an A split, this is mental. They just didn't think that Marisko would be alone, I guess. They thought that there'd be more people, and they were like, well, you know what? Let's not do it. Let's not commit. Let's not rush into a decision. I thought that was the call.
Oh my god.
They decided against it.
And UNiTY are just behaving like the B site doesn't exist. They're like, I mean, yeah, they didn't move in it. It's empty. They don't want it. Let's not have anyone there.
They were ready to save. Yeah, they were ready to save. So as of right now, you just have an opportunity to potentially win the round if they decide to go up short. And it doesn't feel impossible. They are going middle though.
Ooh.
This is such a weird round.
This still will end up B.
Yeah, this is very weird.
Oh my god.
It's very strange.
So,
I mean, if anything, it works out better for Astral because they get one more kill before they win the round.
Sure.
UNiTY could have saved 4 guns, but now they save only 3.
Yeah, let's go with that narrative.
Yeah.
And look at the HP bars, man. Swizz, Ray 5, Neki. If they did end up going towards the A site, UNiTY would be in for a treat.
You know why it's funny? If GXX kills Marisko as he's jumping, and he does that from a deep angle in towards the tunnels, and they decide not to go through the smoke and commit, I get it. 2 people run through the smoke, onto the stairs, onto... They were in there. They were on B. They get the kill. There's no one else there, and they just back off. They
were halfway through tunnels. Halfway through the entry.
No, they were outside of the tunnel. They were literally outside the stairs. They get the kill, and they go back. This is interesting. It worked, though.
I wonder if they'll look it back on the tapes and then realize what just happened here.
I think they know. I think they know.
Well, it doesn't matter at the end of the day, and not much emphasis will be put onto it. That's usually how the things go when they end up winning the round anyway.
Yeah, it's a bit mental still, but it works out better, as we said. And they're going B again with a bomb. Similar setup to last time. This time Marisko's not alone though. Neofrag was scored early in the round. It's a good nade.
Oh,
follow up.
That one isn't.
It's not phenomenal.
Too quick. The incendiary could do quite a bit. Popped in.
Another good nade. That's a 50 flush HE.
And the thing is though, Ted, UNiTY did push through catwalk a moment ago. No one was there and walked right back. And Astral now are retaking that space for themselves. So all of that was for nothing for UNiTY at the start. It'd be massive if Uzi can get away with the pick. Yeah, there you go. Back into safety. Smoke will cover his tracks. Neofrag around though. Astral won't be able to pull off a mid to B hit uncontested like they did before. This is going to be a lot difficult.
Risco has a flash.
Swizz tucks in. Reed peeks. Neofrag low. Marisco ends up falling, but Neofrag can jump in again to finish the job that was started. B-site open now over to that cross. They're not going through mid though. They want to go the safe route into tunnels while GXX is making sure from a distance UNiTY can't close in.
Yeah, this is very weird as well because Uzi was staying in towards A. They've called it off already. It's a save. Holding on to the guns. Mike just trying to run it down, but Diolper just gets the kill. Neofrag going down in towards middle basically seals the deal. And Astro have made a recovery and a half into that T side. I think there has been something about the play-ins as well. We're not seeing as much one-sided blowouts, or a lot of times if there is a blowout, we're seeing the team that gets destroyed start off better and then they lose track of what's going on eventually as the map goes a little bit deeper. But it's been a bunch of games of very tight and close situations. Very small variables.
Ted, there's a word that I don't really like using because it can be used with negative connotations, and that's the word interesting, right? You know, interesting decisions, interesting game. But I feel like this game is interesting.
With both the positive and the negative connotation.
With both the positive and the negative connotations.
Yeah.
I mean, we're seeing some very odd executes. Some odd responses, some odd timings.
Yeah.
And in the odd grand scheme of things, UNiTY were up 5-0. Now they're about to have that lead completely taken out of their hands. Not if Kifida and Neofrag have got something to say about it. Finally, UNiTY back in the lead, at least in numbers.
Is the first advantageous situation they've had in a very long time. Uzi. Gotta be careful. Mike is just jiggling with a molly in hand. Player spotted, molly deployed, drops down. Kefira in towards long. Will get a little bit of action any moment now, though.
So, Kifida. Ooh, the jiggle peak won't, you know, help him with GXX scoped in here. So what's the next plan of action for Astral? A-site seems like very straightforward, but if you're UNiTY, you're hoping that Mikey can do quite a bit, but instead, no.
It's Marisco.
Marisco gets the one, but Mikey wants to jump in after the smoke. I wonder if Astral will be paying attention towards it. Flash in. GXX is scoped in here. Pressure needs to be inflicted from other areas before Mikey makes a move.
Yeah, this is a smart decision for Mikey not to go through. That would have been a free kill for GXX. Might still be one. Nope, never mind. Flick doesn't hit the mark.
Yeah, now you know where the Meow Pop is. You can peek simultaneously. Sure, the first AWP shot doesn't connect, but that follow-up is there from Mikey. So solid stuff. Team effort for UNiTY to support each other in that retake. And that breaks the silence, right? Because that's where Astral had created a bit of a lead, 4-0. The entry steps look clean, but it was the methodical, piece-by-piece retake approach from UNiTY that got them back in here. And obviously it helped that they started off with a numbers advantage, right? So thinking time now for Astral.
I don't really feel like UNiTY are playing bad Counter-Strike right now, so it's a bit weird because I wouldn't say they've collapsed and they need a little bit of luck in order to keep winning rounds. I think UNiTY are in a very good spot right now. They are showing that they can be very competitive against Astro. It's just some some very tight situations that are making the differences. But yeah, as you pointed out, opening kills have been very important for whoever ends up winning the round. UNiTY did struggle to get them over the course of the last couple. Now they do, and they convert. It's been an oddly logical game. A lot of the rounds make some sense, which is not what we're used to. But it is a good sign, I guess. Mid control established for the T side. Woozy has one more HE dropped over from by the B players to break the smoke. Exposes the bomb carrier. Now this is interesting. He does get the information, doesn't quite get the kill, but he spotted the bomb on middle.
Ooh.
Oh, overstayed his welcome. Smoke faded, got punished.
One of the
no one else on short. Round over.
Essentially, yeah.
Yeah, if they commit short, this is it.
Imagine if Astral decided, yeah, let's not commit. Let's go to B, shall we? Let's go half the way up catwalk and then rotate away.
I mean, it's easy to misread this situation, I think, because the Opera gets called left side middle, but they won't overcomplicate it. They know Kefita's close long. Now they spotted one player jiggling towards the doors. They're not seeing anyone here. Yeah, this round is done. And they will get the kill on Kefita, most likely.
Sure.
They know he's there because of the resmoke.
Well, 2 firsts in this round. First 1v1 between the AWP players. Good to see GXX and Muzi going head-to-head. Second first is that Astral only needed 1 frag to unlock themselves around, with UNiTY having to wave the white flag with 4 players standing with their rifles. So a couple of first situations. And actually, there's also another third first here, Ted. The fact that we won't be seeing a team streaking, right? Up until this point, it's been 5 in a row for UNiTY, 4 in a row for Astral, but UNiTY are only allowed to find 1 before Astral get interrupted. Before Astral interrupt them. Excuse me. Did you do anything else for the first day, for the first time today, Ted? Anything
did I do
new in your
anything
routine?
Right. Let me think. I don't really feel like I did anything new. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Same old,
It's been a
same old?
very... Yeah, I'd say so.
Okay. It's okay sometimes. I mean,
Just
it's okay most of
eating
the
the
time.
same stuff, working out in the same way, watching Counter-Strike in the same way. It's yeah, quite boring. Well, it's not boring.
It's not
I
boring.
like it, but...
It's your lifestyle.
yeah.
It works for you.
Yeah, I guess. I listen to new music, I guess, in the gym. Yeah.
Nice. Solid.
Some very aggressive French rap.
Oh, okay, sure. I love that.
It was nice.
Highly
It was good.
motivational, even if I don't understand what it's saying. You do, though. You know French.
Well, I understand like 10% of it. But it is very cool.
I'd imagine
It
you
sounds
didn't,
nice.
you didn't learn street rap French when you were learning it back in the day. Probably half the words don't really make too much sense. Mikey, though, on the hot seat. He's got a molly to isolate Meowpop from his opponent, from his teammates, but he still gets away, and Smoke helped out. An opposing Smoke, though. That's the sad part for UNiTY. They've allowed that retreat to happen. Woozy will allow not much any further.
Let's go, Woozy.
He's going in and out of battle without a care in the world. He's loving life.
One more.
I'll tell you what,
He's
though,
playing
Ted.
it safe. Boo-hoo.
Well, this isn't Woozy's first buy round. First, what am I on about? First multi-kill. And there you go. Kefita jumps in. 7-5. Solid stuff. Solid City side. Astral have got a lot to work on here to show us they've got what it takes to come back. I mean, it's only a two-round advantage, not too big of a difference, but I feel like UNiTY have been playing a very solid Counter-Strike.
I don't want to overrule you, Pavlos. I will just do it in order to respect Woozy's name. That was his fourth multi-kill of the half.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I said it's not his first multi-kill.
Oh, I heard it's his first. Okay, that's my bad entirely.
He's
no,
been
it wasn't.
going
It definitely
wild,
wasn't.
dude.
Yeah,
Come on.
okay. Right. No, this is on me.
I
He
mean,
was
make it
4-1 in
make
opening
sense,
fights as
Ted.
well.
Look at the maths. It's 12 rounds, and he's got 13 kills. He's bound to get at least one multi-kill.
No, you are right.
Thank you.
I'm
don't
sorry.
get that out from you often. You were right.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. I just had a I had a stinker, you know. I just didn't hear properly.
Yeah, I might
It
have
happens.
not said it clearly, so that could have been also my fault.
Oh, look at you trying to compromise. Don't do it. Tell me I'm wrong.
You're wrong.
Thank you. All right.
You bit.
7-5 at halftime. Whoa, 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 whoa,
Okay,
whoa.
taking it a step further.
You're just... Let's not scare production, shall we? Go back to the Counter-Strike. Neki's good for one, but Morisco does get the refrag now. The bomb is still in T-spawn, and Morisco's just causing a little bit of panic in towards B right now, as Neofrag has made his way onto that A-bomb site. He's in Goose. You've got Woozy on the car, and he's backing off, hoping that someone walks into the bomb site and thinks it's clear, and gives a free kill to Neofrag. And that someone's going to be Swizz. He's not looking at his back. He's checked long. He's not seen anyone, and he's run off on full W. Neofrag's heard it all.
And UNiTY's like, yeah, come over, guys. No one's around.
And you know
no
what's
one's
gonna...
home.
They're not even crossing onto the side, by the way. They would just throw the bomb over to Neofrag. He will plant it for a long round over.
Yeah, Ray5 will eventually go in for a
They have a
Ghana.
defuse kit. Are they peeking? Wild.
Yeah. Here we go.
Still not spotted.
Ray5 now will realize the bomb's going down. Ah, guys, we missed the timing. Something's up. So 4v4 for the retake, and only one flash available for Astral here.
They know Neofrag's and Goose, and there's one more player on the bomb side. They've dealt with Mikey. They have a lot of it figured out.
Oh, Swizz.
God.
Monstrous. Neofrag now showing his head, but cannot connect. All of a sudden, there's one man remaining in the clock. I'm afraid against the USPs. Over in pits. And 4 of them on site. That's not going to work. Astral. That was an astronomical and quick retake.
That was a very clean sequence out of Swizz on that USB. I really liked some of these moments when Swizz is feeling himself. It just feels like he's getting the kills very, very easily, very naturally. It comes to him. Neki going 1 for 1. It was a very odd situation after that, but this is the double kill. The kill onto Mikey, the one onto Uzi. These are the big difference makers. Force bite. Still coming in for UNiTY, pardon. Starting off with a bit of a tag onto Meow, who's been tagged down to 57. You do have a scout, a bunch of Galils, a Tech 9. Now, the downside of all of this is that you're not really rich when it comes down to UTO. So you're quite limited. Ray might be a very dead man.
He is, but at least takes one down with him with the UMP.
Yeah, but that's the Tech 9, right? The rifles are all still intact. The Morisco doesn't get tagged down that much. So from here on out, you could even argue that UNiTY are in a bit of a 50-50. Now, the U2 issue is not really an issue anymore, because they didn't use anything to get out of long. They've got a smoke, a bunch of flashes, and a Molotov. That's enough to make your way onto the A-bomb side, especially if Astro are re-aggressing.
Here's BXX going for the fight. Swizz needs to hold his ground. He's got no friends, no help. Woozy slow swings, cow headshot. That is maniacal. Now, will they gate it into the A site? You've got information from Mikey that there's a cross coming in from CT. Brilliant headshot by him. If he lost his life, maybe the shroud could have been converted. But his mere presence now is scary from Meowpop. Look at his push through the smoke. Unpredictable. Bomb down. You need to pay attention, Woozy. Turn around, Meowpop. Now has got the advantage of the bomb being in his favor. What does Mikey do? Surely he can't peek. Smoke now. Meowpop is just going to stick it. He's going to touch the bomb. And if he hears Mikey move, he's going to go for the swing. Doesn't even come down to that as Mikey gets nervous. 1v3 clutch from Meowpop.
I'm very surprised they don't tap the bomb there, by the way, because Mikey's obviously not peeking. He gets the first kill. You don't know where the second guy is coming from. There is a timing for him to close in the distance. And then even at the moment that he gets the kill onto the long player, with Mikey not being able to cover, the guy that's planting the bomb doesn't stop. He commits to it, right? There was a couple moments where you could have played this one a little bit safer in the 3 versus 1. And these are the swing rounds we were talking about. Meow's on 57 HP. Uzi commits to the bomb plant. I'm not really sure that's the play there, especially when you're not planting for Mikey. Was the time running out? Was that the reason that he held on? I don't really think there was like 10 seconds on it, right?
Sure. Either way, a tough one. And a tough pill to swallow. I felt like UNiTY had that one unlocked. Woozy, angry. Even on the AK can find the impact. Doesn't need to be on the big green. But Astral have made a great call. 3 players towards the A site when UNiTY tried to cross in that direction. Now they've left a lot of the areas unchecked, and that's where Meowpup can come into the equation.
It's such a tough off angle to clear out. Yeah. Make that a double free kill in towards short. Both of them for nothing. And this is looking very, very clean. Mikey with a glue. 1 versus 4. And he won't even shoot a bullet. So this is back-to-back rounds for Astral. They deal with the force by efforts of UNiTY. And this is an opportunity to finally open up a bit of a distance between yourselves and the Czechoslovakian side.
I'll tell you what, though, Ted. I feel like you get an idea of why Astral have been so dominant on this map. Their protocols have been fantastic. Sure, they haven't been playing up against high-level teams, but, you know, up against the, you know, the tier of teams that they've been playing in the tournaments that they have been competing in, it's been enough, right? Know how to respond, when to respond, the timings, you know, when you get a flash from one direction, know when you need to push from the other, create the space, assist one another. They're very well in tune with what they're supposed to be doing each and every moment of the map.
Yeah, they're reading the map well. They definitely are. Oh. Well, okay.
At least Neki can back it up. Now he's got another rifle to help him, but Mikey with a headshot, this could get troubling, especially if GXX overstays his welcome.
This is 2 rifles that could be picked up, and they will. And these T's have armors. Now, they've been tagged down severely, but this is still a B-bomb side retake on Dust 2, so you can never write them off. And they have another smoke on Kefira.
AWP, not really needed given the HP bars, but will be that far away, distant guarantee. Perhaps. Ray 5 walks out. No noise. Swizz falls though. 2 versus 2. This becomes a very real situation for UNiTY right now. Ray 5 tries to distract. And Ray 5 needs to help GXX soon because time is indeed an issue. Tech9 out.
Needs to pick up the kit.
And
he doesn't have it.
Doesn't have the time? How have Astral let this go so close?
Did you see the smile on Neofrag's face? He's just laughing this one through. He's like, well, yeah, didn't even have to get the kills. We just had to stall for a little bit. And the 1 kill he gets is on the player with the kit. And that drops it and creates enough of a confusion for GXX not to have enough time to pick it up and get on the bomb. This is such a massive round to steal away if you're UNiTY. It's such a spanner into the works for Astral as well. You were just starting to get going on the CT side, winning 3 in a row, building up the money, feeling like you're opening up a distance, running away with your map pick. And now you're on a bit of a money fuck round where if you lose this one, well, that's why it's called a money F round. You are going to get a little bit screwed financially.
Just as we praise them on their protocols.
Yeah. Just as you praise them on their protocols, they lose an anti-eco against the Eagles.
They make me look mad. I'll tell you what,
that's usually
you guys look good though. The Lorgar have got everything that you need in terms of peripherals, gaming gear, PCs, racing rigs. They've got a giveaway going on and they're ready to play platform that you can check out over under the stream. Ooh, that flash works against UNiTY. Astral very much waiting for that one. Tried their luck for a second B-pop. Not as successful as the previous.
Not at all. That's it's such a key hold down from Neki as well. A very important moment for him to step up. Kefira, Uzi. The best call might be to just hold on to the AK and the AWP right now. UNiTY trying to abuse that B-bomb side after the previous round. One of the things that I like about Astro is that they have pieces that are exciting for different reasons, right?
Sure.
Obviously, you've got GXX. We all know GXX. We all love GXX. You've got Swizz, who's a bit sharper at times. He's a bit inconsistent, but a very exciting player in the mid round, sometimes in the early round. You've got Ray, who's just a trickster. He's sometimes going to have a very mean Deagle. He's going to win a situation that he's not supposed to. Meow, I guess, is pretty similar. And then you've got Neki, who's a very reliable anchor piece. Very solid as Neki. I wouldn't say he's as flashy, but I think he's getting the job done. And sometimes this is good enough. This round was a good example of it.
Very solid.
It's a very dull compliment to receive as a player, right?
Sure.
It's kind of like when it's kind of like when a girl that you like tells you that you're such a great person. You know, you're very kind.
I think
you're such a good friend.
In a way, though.
But yeah,
I feel like, you know, you don't win titles if you don't have solid players, right?
Sure.
Every team needs to make sure their floor is at a decent level, and that is due to their solid players.
Yeah. No, this is a fair point. It's true. You might be in the friend zone, but you could be the best friend in there.
Well, that's why I think that's not a good way to compare it, though, Ted.
No, it definitely is.
I think the friend zone is more along the lines of the description interesting, right?
It is interesting. Yeah.
It's a very non-descriptor.
I'm happy to be in the friend zone with you, Pavlos.
Nah, too bad you'll never be in the friend zone with me, boy.
God. Someone get me out of here.
You walked yourself into that one, Ted. You walked yourself into that one.
They have bought in Pavlos. Wuzi's walking out of middle with an open. He will flick down to his grave as Swizz annihilates him.
And the thing is, Swizz was aimed down at the crouch level as well. That's the interesting part.
They've lost the op now. They can't really recover it. They could if they were to go for a mid to B play, but there's utility raining all over them. They're out of flashes. They've got just a bunch of smokes and a Molotov left. They need a miracle.
To say the least. No flash to allow them the cross in, so dry peek galore. Here comes Meow Pop. They know where he is, but Neofrag realizes he's up the creek with no paddle. But there is an assist nearby. Morisco trying to join in from the B site. Found himself a rifle.
He's saving it?
I mean, he's got no time. Timer over.
Oh.
Holds on to his life. That's huge. That's okay. It's decent. Still, though, Astral on double digits, and they're getting away with it.
Fair enough. It's a big turnaround for Morisco, because if he goes down there, which he should have, he would have had $750 going into the next round. Now, he's got the same amount of money, but at least he's got a gun and an armor to work with. It's actually 700. Sorry, it's not even it doesn't even have the extra 50.
Oh, what? Morisco just was that flashless as well? Oh man!
Oh.
This is starting to really hurt from UNiTY. The things aren't going their way.
Brother.
Sounds of horror for sure.
Yeah, that hurt. That went right through the soul, right through the heart. Poor Morisco.
And now UNiTY walking through the site, having a dagger lodged right between their thighs.
God, that doesn't sound like a good time.
No, very uncomfortable. The thing is, there's still an opportunity here. Trying to break through. And lucky for them, that Meow Pop has got an extra angle to this. The B side definitely heavily fortified. Mikey will get a couple, but that's just about it. Astral, they're on the highway to victory here. Sure, it was a weaker buy from UNiTY, but this is getting daunting. Astral have got a solid hold over this game.
They really do. Slowly but surely just running away with it. UNiTY have had their opportunities. They still are getting some in the rounds, but they're unable to take advantage of them. And Astro have really picked it up with those two. And that's a guarantee, I guess, to the fact that the floor is very high. Look at the kill distribution as well. No one's really going crazy. No one's having a standout performance. They're just all doing what they're supposed to. And it's working. Neki with a very good opening kill, as he's going to rejoin with Meow. That's been lost in towards that B bomb side.
Morisco's really stepped up this half. He's given him UNiTY a way back in at equalizing the numbers. But as you mentioned, mid being a very important factor for UNiTY here. No one's attesting it here from Astral.
All right, Neki.
And if they're able to hold their extremities like this as they currently are, UNiTY are in trouble.
Now he's turned into an anchor once again. Now goes down. He's got the support of GXX, and he's quick enough on that big green. Misses on the second. Gotta be careful. He's still alone here. If he goes down, that could be a 2 versus 2, and it could be completely doable for the T's. And Woozy will land a non-scope. Mikey goes down in the meantime. Is Woozy in the 1v2 clutch?
Oh dear. Not what Mikey needed. Woozy, though, will try and pick things up. Can you expect where the second player is going to come from? Is it mid? Is it CT? Takes the wrong guess at the wrong time. Swizz will be clutching this one up for Astral. And with that, just a hop, skip, and jump away from being in the lead in the series.
Surely that's the last straw. Surely this is where they close it out. It was such a good attempt coming out of Uzi. The non-scope, the follow-up, risk winning the fight against Meow. Valiant effort coming out of Neki, but Uzi did try his absolute damnness. Look at his shot onto GXX. And he nearly pulls it off in the 1v2 as well.
Mikey was so scared trying to go from B, going from mid over towards B, that someone from CT would pop out of nowhere. It was as if he was walking on Legos. It took forever. And by the time he got there, his opponents arrived and stopped him. Couldn't help out his teammate on the B side, so...
Pushing B.
Rough. Solid from Uzi, though. This time, doesn't let that get away from him. Mikey as well.
All right.
Making up for last errors.
The upper is still here. This is still tricky. You can't really pursue that refrag, right? You don't want to let go of that man advantage. Now you know where GXX is. You might try and take a little bit of space in towards the A-bomb side, but Ray is not alone. Swizz is quite nearby.
Oh, look at the peek as well from GXX. He's realized no one's home. So he's telling his teammates to be aware of a potential long play. Swizz looks out on mid, so they guarantee it's going to be a push from the far right extremity.
Another molly.
Bit of a delay, but a gap to work with from Neofrag, and he's going to try and use it to move forward. And that's exactly what he's doing with Kifida. Good spray timing for Ray 5. Doesn't stick with it, so Swizz now on the hot seat. Has to hold on, and indeed, it's got the right idea. Good trade back from Kifida. Is it enough, though? Mikey also swings. Ray 5's position is low. UNiTY holding on with dear life.
Yeah, that was a little bit tricky. If Kifida goes down there, you've got a 1v2, and you know where both these players were. It was a good attempt out of the CTs, but an important sequence out of Kifida. Getting that refrag onto the bomb side basically secures the round there and then. And money starting to run out for Astro, so a tactical timeout might be in store, and that's exactly what they go for. This should be a full investment. They have enough money to get GXX on an AWP, and they'll have a bunch of rifles as well. But if you lose this one, it's 12-10, potentially 12-11, and then you have just one more buy after. UNiTY yet to chain up consecutive rounds on the T side. This was only their second. And I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but it feels like a lot of it has to do with the fact that Astral were just the ones that got caught initiating, right?
Sure.
It feels like at this point, the one opportunity that UNiTY have to pick up around is if Astral go looking for these opening kills, and UNiTY are ready and able to punish.
And I wouldn't be surprised if Astral don't go for that push, at least at the start of the round, where UNiTY might be expecting it or hoping for it. Or they pull a 180 and do the exact same thing again, and this time catching the off guard. Anything can happen. This is Counter-Strike. Can't predict these things. But in a tactical timeout where both teams can talk with each other, maybe UNiTY has also come up with a plan. Ooh, going under the legs.
Got excited? I'm sorry.
That caught me off guard, Ted. Can't do this to me. We'll talk about aggressions. Astral's gone for lower turns control yet again.
It's such a hefty setup as well. You've got GXX staring at top middle with the AWP and 2 of his teammates backing him up. This could be a quick 5 versus 3. Actually, Morisco's able to get a kill. They spot out the Oper, and somehow the T's are now in a winning position. Morisco needs to make sure he stays alive here. He's able to back off. They need to get the kill.
You can't help but feel Astral have got the jitters here. Morisco can hear everyone approaching, tries to take someone down with him, but Meowpup down to 26 is all that he can do.
Ray is alone. He's going to get killed from middle, surely.
He can hear him. Mikey gets the entry. So with that, UNiTY now know there's a little bit more comfort to move into this A site quickly. Boo's coming midway as well. To the surprise of Rate 5, GXX gets an answer, but a 2v3 over to the A site? I don't think so, Astral. You're also struggling on that money department. Have to drop back and save the big guns.
Yeah, it's not a bad call all in all. It's just coming down to a bunch of fights, right? If GXX is able to connect on the shot in towards top middle, and his defense is not easy because they boosted the Oper and he needed to flick, and it's not an easy one to land, but the moment that you miss that shot and then Morisco gets a kill and you waste such a long time to get him out of position or just get him refragged, well, the round was basically over. This is a very good round out of Morisco. It's not about getting the first kill, it's more about staying alive for such a long time and wasting so many resources and so much time.
Terrorists win.
A lot of focus faces around. I mean, both teams know there's a lot to be won by the series. And if you're just joining in, there is a lot in line for this. You win this and you're basically giving yourself a ticket to a $50,000 LAN in Barcelona. And this was an Eastern European, qualifier. So you're able to cross to the other side of Europe in a really nice area and do what you love in a LAN environment.
Yeah, and UNiTY are definitely bringing the fight to Astral on their best map as well. So this is why it's a little bit scary if you're on the Astral side of things, I guess. It is because this is your best map. It is because if this one goes into OT and you let it slip, you could be in a whole lot of trouble. Morisco's throwing in a bit of a fake here in the form of utility. It's going to keep 3 of these players occupied.
I think they're just checking what kind of response comes through, right? What sort of presence could be around. Mid-smoke coming in, and we might be seeing a potential mid to B, and that's the wrong call to make. This is interesting. They hear the AWP in M4, so sure, you're missing out on the rifles. But these sneaky corners can do quite a bit if you're not careful. Near frag up close.
That's very weird. Yeah.
I don't know if 3-5 knows.
Oh, no.
Here he comes, so UNiTY might want to amp up the pace with trying to push. Here comes the surprise, though. Near frag, the game changer. That's when he needed to step up. Now knows he has to deal with Swizz. Sure, some damage comes across. You've got 25 seconds to deal with a final player. Near frag, the saving grace.
Yeah, it's just that one position, right? They started losing players left, right, and center, and Neofrag delivers another massive multi going towards the B bomb side, not as a CT, but as a T this time around. Had so many of these opportunities in the first half, and this is UNiTY making a final last-ditch effort to try and force overtime on their opponent's map pick. 3 in a row, look at the spray down. Caught with their pants down, both the Oper and the Rifler. And he even followed up with a 3rd. Another tactical timeout as well. This is making life even harder for the CTs. You're going to start asking questions. What do they change? What do they go for? It's been very difficult for us to pick up a round in the last couple. We tried a bit of a stack. We tried some aggression in towards the tunnels. It didn't really work. Where will they go now? What do we do now? Morisco's got an AWP for the long spawn. And Woozy doesn't have a half-bad B spawn either.
They'll even get the timing because Astral are late to kind of move into the B side. But yeah, it's a bit of a late unfold for UNiTY, so...
Oh.
We won't be seeing that pick from Muzi either.
Yeah, it's a bit unfortunate for UNiTY, by the way. Astral are tanking their lucky stars because you hear that AWP shot in towards long, but you don't really know it's not woozy, right? That's why they just jiggle like that in towards the B-bomb side, because they didn't think there'd be another AWP. Nearly losing their lives. Or at least one of them. Marisco's obviously back to the rifle now that he had left for himself in spawn. Still in pursuit of OT.
Yeah, breaking through mid has been the name of the game for UNiTY this entire T side. Feels like they have a sense of control if they break in through that, or at least get players occupied. Astral, though, with a monstrous long hold. Ray 5 revealed, but you've yet to figure out there's someone deeper, closer, snugger. And here's the big surprise. Hello, hello, goodbye, goodbye. This was what Astral needed. A rabbit in the hat. The big surprise.
They don't know. Talk about a surprise.
No way near FACEIT today once again.
There's too many smokes.
He
just can't see. He knows there's a car player.
Oh, GXX so smart to take the deeper angle. Woozy jumps up though and hands it over to his opponent. Astral, with the skin of their teeth, avoid overtime and grab themselves a dub on their map pick. That is going to be an 11th consecutive map win on Dust 2 for Astral.
The streak continues. I mean, it was such a tight one. It was such a close affair, nearly making it into overtime their UNiTY, but Astral were able to bail themselves out of a very tough spot. This is their third best of 3 of the day, Pavlos. So I'm honestly surprised that they still have the energy to go that long in such a tight map and close it out in the end. I think overtime would have been...
Say the exact same thing about them, right? A lot of things going right. They are more of a team that likes to work together, assist each other, move around the map in tandem. And we'll see if they're able to, you know, provide an upset on Ancient and potentially get themselves a decisive 2-0 that gets them across the line, get that target that they were always looking for here at the Lorgar Rankings that potentially gives them a ticket to Barcelona. We'll be finding out after this one, folks. Astral on the CT side as UNiTY will be beginning things as the aggressors.
All right, second Ancient of the day. Let's see if this one will deliver as much as the previous one. There's a bit of a tight game earlier on. The side of Hyper Spirit against Bondi was the third and final map. This is the second here. What would be the last once again? A bit of a B-pop coming out. A lot of util, smoke long, smoke short, molly on the bomb side. And the bomb will get planted, but there is a 5v5 retake, including 2 smokes and a defuse kit coming up.
Just the one, though, from Yao.
Good nade.
It will take Kefida down to 18. And UNiTY, considering they want to play aggressive themselves, they don't have a flash. So it will have to be a try. Pete Kefida trying to take the long road with Woozy there to back it up. But look at Astral chiming in from all sorts of directions. Mikey, what on earth was that? Moopop, with barely any health left on him, will be the last man standing. I have no idea how Maki pulled that out of the hat.
This is... wow. This is such a nuclear sequence coming out of Mikey. I guess this is what you need if you want to win here. God, where did that come from? I mean, they needed the pistol round. I agree, but I'm a little bit shell-shocked.
I mean,
he just mows them down with a Glock.
And the thing is, it was from 2 different directions, right? It's not like he was pulling the trigger all the time in one single angle, hoping some headshots land. No, he had to switch nearly 180 degrees, a full 180 circle, half circle. You get the idea, though. That is not an easy adjustment. So Astral already on their toes here. Forced by coming in from them. MP9 from Swizz, the rest on Deagles. 5-7 for Neki, who's already just been tagged down with a deep red cross from UNiTY. 3 players in, but out quickly. Swizz trying to interrupt them from the back line. Woozy says no.
I'm not really sure why Swizz is moving closer when Neki's blocked them off with a smoke, right? There's nowhere where they could be. They are probably going back. And that's left Neki in a very tough position. Yeah, Swizz could have played this one a little bit more passively, or at least waited for his teammate to join him. It's not like they were putting pressure on Neki. Raise the ego is here. It is a basically a winnable round, but he can still get a couple nice shots.
Yeah, I heard he...
Maybe not.
sort of.
Does
chanting
Mariska
his
want a
praises
knife?
earlier. Yeah, I think Mariska does want a knife. There you go.
Oh, even the double
Goes for the
left
left click. Come
Sure.
on. Bit BM, don't you think, after losing map 1? Bit BM. Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe it's just a bit of banter. Yeah, awesome. Keep it up. And even though Swizz had the right idea of trying to stop UNiTY for dropping back, maybe find a pick here, just wasn't enough. Just too many damn players. So back on the eco, UNiTY likely get a 3-0. I will mind you though, guys, UNiTY did start off the previous game with a 5-0 lead, and that didn't really go their favor in their way. So anything can happen.
Yeah, we don't really know what to expect. But some entertaining Counter-Strike. That's the only guarantee here.
Always.
I guess.
Well, it seems
This
to be
will be a B play. They
Yeah.
will walk into the stack, but it's an eco stack, so it shouldn't really be that terrifying. And they have utility. Nope, Molotovs, actually. Just smokes and flashes.
Well, it'd be more scary if Astral had more util available, but none.
Yeah, it's all about whether the opening kill goes in favor of the CTs here. So if you get an early 1 deke or a 5-7 headshot or like a double ding from a USB, this could start getting a little bit crazy.
Thing is, Mewpop will be the one in charge of the main ramp play, and he's only got a
They're
USB,
fine.
so that's not really going to go anywhere. And indeed, you're right, UNiTY. It's just the walking apart from them from here on out. Nothing more needed. Starting to whistle. Start skipping. It's very joyful. Nice day outside. We saw a couple of butterflies, a few dogs. Pig marking their territory. Going on walkies, fetching sticks. It's a nice day generally, right? Cool. 3-0. Now let's make things a bit treacherous as Astral get their first buy-in.
All right, you've got the open hands of GXX, a bunch of M4s. Let's see what the approach will be for the start. Double H in towards middle doesn't really do that much damage to Switch. Just the chip 15. A bit of a boost for Woozy, who doesn't quite have the op, but could still try and find an opening. Ray spotted him out. Ray smoking towards the ramp. It's just a bit of a slow. Let's spread around the map and see what we can figure out here. What we can find on the T side. Neki does get a straight up kill onto Uzi on the wallbang. That's through blue.
Neki avoids confrontation, but Swizz comes in again. Has to fall to the flames.
Oh.
Mariska squares things up, even though he's down to 7 HP. So 3v3 now. Not too dire, not too bad. AK upgrade. Is B the target? Ray's alone. But Neofrag's gone looking. 50 seconds, still a lot of time to play around with this one. UNiTY can go where they please. Ray 5's been hurt burning up, so I don't know if UNiTY want to continue to stay here. At a minimum, there's one player around. Mewpop, though, gets spotted and throws down a molly just in time before Neofrag closes in. This is brilliant. Re-swings.
Dinked him through the wall.
And for some reason, wants to go in for more. No one's there on the A-side defense. GXX tries to get there on time. He does indeed, but the flash is superb. UNiTY can get the bomb plant. What a turnaround.
There's no way. There's no way they win this round. Ray 5 is so close. Surely GXX.
They're pushing.
Wait it out. He's heard him jump.
So
Ray
Ray 5,
just go back.
He's not relative in this round. It's all down to GXX, really. Kifida
Oh
has
my
to
god.
ensue with a push. Ray 5 has to play this one aggressive to counteract it, but what a back and forth.
He's
yeah,
going for
plenty
the
of
AWP.
time. Go get the AWP.
You gotta make a
defuse
decision
though, mate.
quickly.
You don't have a kit.
Yeah, gotta make a decision quickly. Need to get onto the bomb. That's priority number one.
Oh my
What a
God.
mental round.
Crazy.
Oh god. Woo! Yeah, in case you're just joining in, these are the types of rounds that we're very much used to here in the qualifier. This is what happens when there's so much on the line. Counter-Strike starts being a little bit too scrappy. There's the replay. It's 4 versus 3. Then you get the kill here. But they are somehow bringing this one back. GXX also just swinging for the fight against Kifida. Switches to the rifle. Maybe thought the second player would have been low as well. Didn't fancy the opened up fight. Another nade on top of Swiss. And this time it's Woozy to start things off.
So nice first blood for UNiTY. Woozy has made it a bit of a custom to end up with the first kill of each and every round.
Okay. Nice response from Neki. Mikey goes down. Ray needs to get back in towards the B bomb side to support his teammate, but Neki's been a menace in some of these rounds. He was quite good on those two whenever Meowpop would get overwhelmed in towards the B bomb side to respond back as the mid player, take his responsibility. Now they lose Swizz and he finds that 1-for-1 in towards middle. Still leaving a big gap in towards mid for the defense though.
Ted,
it will be a B play.
The longer UNiTY wait, the bigger the opportunity to provide Astral to go for a walk, go for an extra look. That's exactly what Meowpop does. So he does call the rest of the Astral squad to defend this B side.
Oh, he's seen him.
This is huge.
This is massive.
What do you do if you're UNiTY? You know there's probably more around. The MP7 has appeared. Man, the molly is in the hands of Marisco, at least in its attempt to throw it. Can't get there on time. Bomb is in cave. You've got to go the extra mile to go and retrieve it. You've got Neofrag trying to break in red, but it feels like Meowpop is fully aware.
Oh,
he's making noise. He's not being quiet about it. Is that the chance in?
GXX is just jumping back. This is very weird. Time is running out. GXX is just waiting for the right moment to push through the smoke. Does Neofrag read into it? GXX misses. Neki will have to win the round by himself. There's not enough time. He can just run. There's no time for the bomb plant, surely. He's done it. He's won the round. Neofrag's just holding on to the big green. What the hell is going on Ancient right now? And how the hell is Neki able to get away with another round?
Mate, each round is an onion. It's got so many layers to it. You just have to unwrap it bit by bit, and there's always a different story after every layer. So many elements in every single one of these rounds. Where do you start breaking it down? Right, it was Woozy with First Blood. Then there was that push coming in with the MP7 out of cave. Then you had the push coming in from UNiTY Land of Decisive, but they dropped the bomb, and there's a push into. There was just too much, Ted. There was just too much, and it was all sporadic. All isolated. No real group play. I thought this was a team game.
Yep. It's supposed to be. It really is. It doesn't have to be though.
No,
right?
Fair.
You get what I mean? Yeah.
You got Donk on your team and then let him do his thing. Yeah, that's not quite how it works. Yeah, Swizz knew where to frame his shot. Neofrag was shooting for quite a while. Good turnaround from him as well. He's got assistance from Neki. So it's a damaging round for Astral overall, but it doesn't look like an unretrievable one. I think his opponent realized that an AWP was being picked up, so Swizz decides against peeking. Ray 5 comes in to save the day from a different angle. 3 casualties, but at least you can guarantee you picked up the round. At least you can take a sigh of relief that that round's over. UNiTY a little bit quicker with squaring things up in comparison to Dust 2. Don't take too long to find 3 on the board, one after the other.
Okay. So once again, we get a very one-sided start out of one of the two teams, and then the game becomes a lot more competitive. Meowpop has made his way in towards middle. He's just looking at the ground to try and dodge a flash if it comes through.
It's got Swizz nearby. They are thinking about... Here comes the molly. Do they know Swizz is here? They do not, but still, UNiTY find a lot of damage on the other side of the map. Why are they pushing it to B? Well, that's because the bomb isn't in that direction. That makes sense. And you've also got Neofrag deep into the A site already. No, that's Woozy. That's Woozy. He's gone all the way around the world. He's figured out that there's no one's home. He's calling over the team, but they're having too much fun in mid.
Oh my god. It just doesn't make sense, does it? There's fights happening all over the place. Now the bombs push tempo. It's probably going CT spawn to B because they know he's on middle.
I mean, fair enough. You want to avoid him. Mitigate the chances that Swizz comes away with an epic 1v4. But, yeah.
Yeah.
It's entertaining.
Uh-huh. It's interesting. It really is interesting.
There you go. You've got the hang of it now.
I've always known the hang of interesting in this connotation.
Sure.
God.
The meaning of the word is fantastic. But that's basically the only thing that's fantastic the past few rounds, to be honest.
Sometimes I feel physical pain when I watch Counter-Strike. That's one of these moments. It just, and I think the players would agree, by the way, that this just doesn't make any sense. What is going on the server just makes zero sense. But it's happening. It's going.
I mean, look, you get the idea that Astral wanted to go for that early mid prio. Wanted to play, and they knew that flash would come through, so a lot of anti. It wasn't as coordinated as they would have liked, especially with the two players approaching from above.
Okay.
But, you know, knowing what you're going for and doing it in a solid fashion are two different things.
Yeah.
And right now, it's one without the other.
Swizz aggressive in towards A main. Won't drop Kefida. Now, that probably makes them walk back in towards B. Bomb is already in there, and Swizz is upgraded onto an AK. Oh, that's an interesting boost. Woozy. Might not be ready for it. If he does walk forward.
He's holding.
Oh, he is.
Elbow spotted.
Hello.
Waiting to pull the trigger and getting legged. Maybe GXX wanted to be a little bit more patient than that.
Yeah.
Either way, Mikey,
Swizz will go down.
He was hiding in red for the longest time. And finally, his wait has paid off. Thing is, UNiTY are walking into the only site that has any defense.
Are you still committing?
Feels like it.
They are.
Mikey hoping he can get something, but obviously the weapon discrepancy is just too large. So the check-in side able to snatch back the lead and extend it a little further too.
Yeah, and that's broken the money on the CT side, right? Because that was an investment out of them. So you're back to a full eco. UNiTY with an opportunity to get 6 at the end of the offense. In general, I feel like there's some weird thing in the air with UNiTY, where even when they are playing well and even when they are dominating, I just feel like things could go wrong.
Any moment, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't think you're the only one that thinks that.
It's like they're capable of making some weird stuff happen. Sometimes it might be fate. Just they can be very, very unfortunate.
Well, so far so solid. Not that this round was too much of a particular risk. And Mariska missing the timing on to Swizz turning around. Still gets a kill. Okay.
There could be another one in the middle.
Oh my god. Do you go for this now if you're Astral?
No, no. You just save the AKs. It's unwinnable.
Fair.
Even that Molotov from GXX was a bit useless. I guess if you do flush someone else and get the kill, but then again, you just hold on to the molly, you hold on to the AKs. That molly you can't purchase on the CT side, and it's much better than yours. So I'd say it's just a straight up safe call. Maybe you can post all of your players at one position, which they are doing right now. And if the T's try and exit main, then you try and make it expensive. But you are gaining a lot from holding on to the AKs. That's for sure.
So not too shabby for Astral. They'll take it. As UNiTY have found themselves in a 2x scenario in terms of the round count. They themselves not too bad on the cash. Moving back onto big green duties. And away we go with round number 10 Astral from mid. No one home from UNiTY. Send a nade and Molly in their direction. Look at it. It's going to be a fast B play. Ray 5 needs to be ready. Finds a one. Repositions. Wants to go in for more. If you're Neo Frag, you don't want to overstay your welcome. But this time does so.
Oh, nade's out.
And somehow, the pick from Morisco is not quite good enough. With 3 up against him, Mikey keeps it afloat. Astral seems to have this one under control. Bomb in cave. Where have we seen this one before?
Yeah. You don't have to keep on spamming here, though. You want to make... Okay, never mind. Don't listen to me. He's gotten the kill onto Mikey via the spam. That's... it's absolutely mental. And...
You thought that was Woozy for a second, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. It's just... I'm not sure what the goal was there. Did they want to boost, but they decided not to? Or they couldn't?
Oh,
yeah, now they boosted after the smoke faded away. Well, all right. Woozy will go down in 3, 2, 1. 1. Yeah.
Quite literally the worst weapon for that situation.
And he jumped over.
Yeah, no, true.
Yeah.
I just decided not to go over that because
no, he was not winning that. Right? Yeah, it's a bit of a tough one.
This is a radio commentary
all right,
show.
They get a round. I still don't know how Ray 5 is able to get a double kill. He's very sharp. You want this guy on an AK. Yeah, he was in a position where he couldn't really make up his mind whether he wanted to stay, whether he wanted to back off. It was the right play to just go back in cave, get 1 kill, and then play the retake. He even goes far and beyond with a double. Swizz.
Oh my god.
Very quick. Morisco's not ready for the sheer speed of it.
And even though Woozy wanted to counteract with the speed of his own over to the A side, Molly blocks him, still gets a pick. Over the flames, Woozy without a care in the world. That is disruptive.
Big miss out of GXX.
He's got the AWP. Perfect for the angle. Goes even further into Temple. Maybe now Astral can be allowed the exit, but there's more pieces available to this. Molly off the plant. This is interesting. Awkward as well. 3 players are going to play aggressively. Off of the second plant, they go for it. Neofrag doubles up, but is it enough? Woozy, they know he's got an AWP, but Meow Pop knows where to look. Mickey last man standing, but he's the one that needs to step up. It's not that Astral have got a diffuser bomb. They already dealt with that before the digits got punched.
They've smoked him off. I mean, you might wait it out. The more time you waste here, the more they'll start thinking about you coming in from different avenues, right? So Donut's going to become a possibility. CT spawn, Temple, and A main. But yeah, there's one more. That's tough. They're basically telling you, well, if you're there, you're not playing unless you want to walk through a smoke or you want to go out on 15 seconds. And the fact that he's not come from another spot, I think Meow Pop is now thinking about it even more. They've not seen him in CT spawn. Yeah, they know he's there. He doesn't have time anymore. He's saving. Yeah,
that's it. Knows his chances were slim.
Okay, GXX is he's brushing off the sweat from his forehead right now because this round would have been on him.
Yeah.
He's had a very tough start to the map, bless him. It's not been easy for the Oper, but you've got full mid presence. I was just going to praise him because on the minimap, he deployed the Molotov in towards A main the moment that his teammates secure middle and get the kill, right? Because you know there's going to be people in front of A. He deploys the molly, and I was going to say, if he goes back Temple, even if he misses a shot, just staying alive and letting him onto the bomb side is good enough in the 5v4. But he's playing a very aggressive angle from the back of Xbox with the AWP, which was not optimal. The moment he dies there, he's just giving the tease the round. And he's honestly lucky that his teammates were able to make it work.
Ooh, Swizz. I think he needs to thank his lucky stars for not going down there. He had 3 players shooting at him simultaneously. 2 from behind, 1 from in front.
Yeah. Wondering if that was just a spam or they broke the smoke. That was before the second player from Astral was able to get into spot from middle. A very important round for Astral if they want to have an opportunity to close this one out in the second half. Look at the regression. GXX has picked up 1. Have they spotted the others? That's the question. I'm not really sure.
Even if they have, do we really want to be pushing the AWP here?
Do they clear him out? Yeah, they do.
So Neofrag sniffed out.
They don't even have a smoke. This is mental. They can't smoke them all, but they're just getting all the kills. Ray is here. Gets 1 more. Surely this round's done.
Astral didn't have a smoke, but UNiTY had that extra part of difficulty in it. They didn't have a flash, right? How do you exit this choke? You know you've got 3 players looking. You don't need a smoke. Especially when your opponents aren't equipped for the push. Now it's 5 players looking. And a complete collapse on what was created from UNiTY. 3 rounds each and every time. We've got a chain full of links that are 3 rounds long.
Eyes on the smile from GXX, by the way. This is one of the things that makes him a little bit different than a lot of the other Balkan players, I think. Because, you know, Balkan players, hot-tempered, pretty emotional. I feel like GXX has always been a very light character, but in a good way. A very positive guy. Even if he has a very bad game, he could be a bit of a tilter sometimes, maybe silently, but he's very easy to deal with his emotions. I think he's good at that, even if he does have an off start. Obviously, it comes with experience. It comes with the tenure he's got, the longevity to his career, but I wouldn't really write him off to have a good recovery going into the second half, even on the T side.
Well, Mikey knows his presence. And approaching rapidly.
Hello.
Necky, what a drive-by.
Oh,
Pure murder.
A team
Marisco
goosh.
off his back. What? Marisco, the double tap. It's made this sort of simpler for UNiTY, but still not easy.
Eyes on GXX.
Sneaky. The back of the smoke near flag seems to be aware. Oh, GXX gets there quicker. So a 2v1, Woozy. 1 on your name. 2 more. Have you got this? He's found the right direction, knows that Swizz is nearby, so he's got the information. Okay, you've got to move quickly.
Goodness.
That's why he's running. And Swizz is toying with him. On the bomb, touched. Trying to lure Swizz out into the open. Swizz doesn't fall for it. Smart man. And he can hear his opponent running.
No
Even
time.
if Woozy gets the pick, this round is done and dusted. Astral coming out on top with a pistol.
Yeah, at least Woozy stays alive. Yeah, he's fine. But the pistol round doesn't go your way. That was a bit weird once again, right? Because Necky absolutely annihilates the player on the bomb side. Then he tries to get the kill on long. Look at that. He gets team gooshed by Meow Pop. And that's why his crosshair disbalances. And that sets up and allows Marisco to kill him and actually get another kill, right? So that would have been a very, very tilting round if you're Necky, if Marisco ends up winning the round for the side of UNiTY. But Astral will win the pistol. And that's a force buy coming out of the CT. So this is an opportunity for Astral to open up a difference, open up a distance.
Yeah, it hasn't been elegant so far, but maybe here there'll be an opportunity. The airfrag being tagged up, but he's sprayed over, so they exactly know where he's coming from. Swizz trying to punish, but he's walked past Kifida.
I think he knows. Yeah. Hello.
And the crouch swing is enough to keep him alive. That's crazy. Marisco.
Yeah, they're
Greedy.
just walking through smokes right now. This is
Yeah.
desperate, aggressive plays, what we're seeing out of UNiTY. This is one of these moments where you realize the round is over and you're losing a little bit of hope and you start just going for stuff, hoping it lands.
Throwing ideas onto the wall, hope it sticks. Or at least a potential for a rifle to be picked up, which that's all it is for a mere moment. Just a bit of a tease. This is what you're missing out on, Astral say. 8-6. That was a force buy from UNiTY as well, so a very likely scenario in which Astral gets another in the bag. Created 3 rounds of gap. And the story continues just like it did in the first half. But roles reversed.
Yep. It doesn't really feel implausible for them to win in a 2-0 fashion anymore, does it?
No.
Also, another important factor, something that we've kind of walked over, but UNiTY might be forfeiting an entire best of 3 in another tournament for this one, and just to lose as well. Yeah, they were scheduled to start a game 45 minutes ago in another event, and they have already forfeited 1 map, and I'm not sure when the entire game just gets forfeited. So
well, they're not going to be.
They are playing with
the
that
series
to the back of
anytime
their
soon.
mind as well. Yeah, it's a bit of a woof.
Yeah.
But not the good
That's the
woof.
thing we're
you
trying
know?
to grind, right? Playing multiple tournaments, these scheduled conflicts will happen.
Yeah.
in important moments. Thankfully for them, there is a lower bracket here, so even if they end up falling, which looks like a very possible scenario at this point.
Remember what we were saying about GXX potentially having a recovery. Now, these are eco kills, but it still counts to some extent.
Yeah.
He was 2-9. He's now 11-11. So he's picked it up. It's about the confidence, right? You get a bunch of these kills. You kind of transfer that form forward. Look at the shots he's hitting now.
Nuts.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. He's holding a pistol. Still a really cool shot to hit.
No, he's back online. Yeah. This is what you want if you're Astro and you want to close things out on the T side here. GXX capable on the rifle, as we all know. This is going to be a 9-6 game with a buy round that is all too important for UNiTY coming up. Now, this is the moment for Astral to bring out some of the bully calls, right? Is how we like calling them. A straight up B rush, some mid presence, but you send Swiss alone or someone else alone, and then you contact up the ramp on B, or you just rush A straight away knowing they don't have enough money for an AWP. Just go for something wild, you know? Go for something that could shut them down. And if it works, you win. If it doesn't, you still have a 2-round lead, and you have enough money to reinvest and play the default, right? So you can afford to risk. You can afford to take chances in a round like this if you really want to. Meanwhile, they're just playing the most standard default ever. It's fine.
UNiTY, however, though, I mean, so often we see them trying to pressure down mid. I shall sort of expect it again. Well, their opponents is by.
Okay.
And I've got a plan to counteract it. Nice opener for Neki.
Oh, and he's dodged a nade. He's somehow alive. That nade should have got him. I mean, Swiss is low, Neki is low, but they still get a 5v4. And you've got in Kefida. Meaning this is a confirmation Woozy's on A. Because your A player gets shut down in Donut. So what is the read that you're making? Woozy could have opted for a glass cannon. Maybe that's the read they're going for. That's why they're grouping up for a B play here. They're hoping someone will go and support Woozy, but they've left him alone. Ooh.
Oh, Mikey
doesn't want to smoke.
Drop back instead of stay.
Yeah, it's probably better. Also draws them in, right? Makes it feel like he values his life more. Oh, why?
That is so uncomfortable.
All right.
But JXS gets the kill through a spray. That happens. Morisco, though, he could be in for a treat, but Ray 5 was one of the healthiest players in life for that, and indeed he is sharp. Today has been a masterful game for him.
Ray is just, he's very crisp, man. I mean, the Deagle he's got, the pistols he's got, the AK, the first bullet accuracy on this guy is just insane. I'm very impressed. Some of these kills he's getting instantaneously. Not a lot of players can react to that. That's very sharp shooting. And I'm not just saying it on this level. It is very sharp shooting in general, on all levels. Very crisp mechanics.
It's got to hurt for UNiTY as well how close they got to so many of these kills.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, you don't know how much and to what extent, but you know, so many of these players were low. Neki switch from the very start of the round itself, right? A cheese being flew past. And again, down in the towards B main, where you did see Ray 5 play aggressively. I mean, a couple of players could have been shot down there, right there and then. But Ray 5 just brings out an insane shot up against his opponent. UNiTY, little by little, start to feel a little bit absent from the game. It's been 7 rounds since we've seen them put a round in for themselves. This is good for me, though. Oh!
Please don't tell me he's gonna go down now. Okay, that would have been heartbreaking. That should have been a free frag. Oh, there they go, though.
Big response.
Boosted player.
Boost.
Oh. Tricky.
Very.
Hold on.
Not impossible to recover, though. Neofrag joins in once again and is a saving grace after what was a bit of a disastrous first exchange for Neofrag. He's able to counteract it with a triple overall and an assist by the end to help Woozy close that one out. At least he's redeemed himself.
Yeah, of course it's the half bite that they get. This is such a monster round from Neofrag. That keeps them into the game. That would have been an 11-6. On the back of an anti-half buy, and this is why you're putting your money on Neofrag as an IGL to make these calls himself and actually put himself on the hero rifle, right? Because he can bring the impact and win him the rounds. 14-11. 13 for Morisco, 10 on Mike, 11 on Woozy, 7 on Kefida. UNiTY trying their absolute damnness to keep themselves on this map. And Woozy does get that opening. This is straight up spam on Swizz.
So Swizz has been whacked on the face.
Yep. Good nade.
Astral will have an answer. Yeah, it's okay. It's decent. 28 damage.
Still a 3-man stacking towards B for UNiTY. And this
Scary.
will be a B pop.
It does look like it. Astral aren't teetering on the other side of the map, so UNiTY have no need to really stick around in that area. But after you take caves, Astral cut noise a little bit, maybe, and make them think that it isn't indeed a B hit.
That's an interesting boost. If you wait out the smoke and the CTs want to re-clear cave, this is not an angle that you're ready for. And I'm not sure he's going to be burning. Nope, not on top of the box. There goes the double.
Huge.
You know about the third one.
You cannot make this up. The boost from GXX, then the double sequence.
He's alive.
And he stays alive after the flash coming through for Kefida. Sure, now the bomb is down. UNiTY need a little bit of extra though, a little bit of magic to bring them back, not only in the round, in the game itself, but that spray transfer is not for Kefida. Meowpop instead answers back with a double, and Astral have got Barcelona in their eyes.
It's just a little bit of creativity in the middle of the round. We were talking about GXX's potential recovery into the second half. This is where the experience comes through. The due diligence boosts me on top of the box. When the smoke fades, these guys are not going to be ready. Morisco didn't even realize he couldn't get killed. Didn't even turn around in time. Ray 5's able to save his life. And look at that spray transfer from Meowpop to put it over the line. 2 rounds away, Astral. 2 rounds away.
Forced out. That's a brilliant pop flash from Kefida as well. Neo frag doubling up on 2. So even though Astral entered the highway to Barcelona, there are some bumps on the road that need to be dealt with before that car completely turns into pieces. Neki only good for the one. Good trade around from UNiTY. They're playing some proactive Counter-Strike right now.
They know Uzi's alone on A with the op again, right? Because there was one guy spamming and Neki spots 2 more. So Ray has to be very careful. I think he realizes because he's not seeing the oper. Surely realize the oper must be Donut just holding for the cross. But Ray can afford to just wait. They've got a flash. They've got 2 of them. You wait for GXX to get closer. He can just hold in towards CT spawn and maybe get a free kill. Oh,
Morisco spotted him.
That was the opportunity. Yeah.
So this round has gone astray. So Astral, that's for sure. UNiTY. Forcing their opponent's hand. Very nicely done as well. I'll preface once again, Kefida's flash was enormous. Not physically. They only come in one size.
It was a good joke.
It's a little bit awkward as well from Astral.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Ted.
No worries.
Yeah. But that accident gives Ray 5 the opportunity to play a little bit more aggressive, right?
Yeah.
Kind of in your face. UNiTY settled down this time around. Don't get overzealous.
You know Mikey's playing inside of cave and quite close to that as well. You've deployed that lurk smoke early on, so this is a good opportunity to read into potentially 3 players being in towards B.
They're taking up some donut space, but the bomb is still left towards this B side, so it's not a full commitment from Astral. Ray 5 gets caught. You don't have info on the bomb, sure, but taking down the player, holding down doors, far from optimal if you're Astral.
Yeah, Mikey's just pushed through the cave smoke, and Ray was not ready for it. A bit unfortunate, but as you pointed out, they've not really spotted the bomb. Going for a high-low in towards cave. Can Neki get a kill? There's one. Oh, can he see the second? There's no way. There's no way.
That's why you bring out the boost. So you can't be traded out like that. That's crazy.
No.
And
Oh,
Mikey, you
God.
sneaky bugger. There is no way. He's going to wait for more players to arrive, and there's a very high likelihood GXX makes his way through here.
Oh, God. Hello.
Boom, boom.
Oh, my God.
What am I seeing?
If they lose this round, I'm leaving.
On the molly's really good. There's no time. You got to park. And that's when one player is distracted. UNiTY will use the opportunity to push by. That is ridiculous. At least UNiTY can hold by. And, yeah. Oh, dear. I don't want to see that replay again. That was too embarrassing.
I guess he didn't have a lot of ammo in the AK, so it's not that easy when the pistol starts running around, but it's a very bad moment for something like this to happen. 20 bullets. 10. 1. 9 missed. Unfortunate. At least they don't lose the round. See, if that round goes out the wayside, that would have been such a bad feeling for Mikey. And he had such a big round as well. He played it perfectly before that situation, so that would have been very disappointing.
His teammates redeemed him.
Yeah.
And you're right. If you focus on the first half, like if we saw the first part of the half played in the second part, you know, then you wouldn't really... You'd excuse Mikey's performance. So let's say that was a good round. That was decent. So he traded his life in cave.
Yeah, he did a good job.
He was a good boy.
God. You can't say that when we have a player called Meow on the server.
Right.
His nickname is literally Meow Pop. And you can try and call him Mo or whatever as much as you want, but this is how you spell Meow Pavlos.
I wonder if Meow Pop has got siblings and they're called Meow Rock or Meow Jazz.
Or maybe his brother is called Woof Pop.
I saw that coming.
Oh,
Possible.
God.
Possible. Well, it's a bomb plot Astral looking for here. Whether Kiffin allows that to happen is a different issue. Nice spray. Okay, decent. Not too shabby. Deagle for Swizz keeps it a little bit more expensive, but other than that, clean stuff from UNiTY. Double-digit club entered.
Yeah, one round of difference. Do we go all the way? That's 3 out of the last 4. 4 out of the last 5 for the CT side of UNiTY. And a tactical timeout for ASTRAL. This is their first. Time for Coach Toy to get him involved. We haven't really talked about him too much. 29-year-old Lithuanian coach. This is his first coaching gig. He used to be a player before. Played on SD and Victa, I think, is the most famous one. He was part of Galaxy in 2025, but yeah, he did play for a while. Not the longest playing career, played between 2021 and 2025, but still from the same region as a lot of the players. And I like it. I like seeing some of these X tier 2, tier 3, tier 4 players giving it a go to be coaches, right? For some of them, it could work out very well. I mean,
for sure.
You look at guys like Julio, for example, who's coaching Foot. And he was very decent as a player, but he was never spectacular, right? But as a coach, he's doing a great job.
You never know. You might be a diamond in the rough.
Mm.
And sometimes someone that doesn't have it mechanically does have a knack for the tactics and
yeah,
being a team motivator.
Might be good at managing people, dealing with characters.
Exactly. And that's such a big task for a coach, right?
Getting the best out of everyone.
It's not easy dealing with basically kids.
Oh, Mikey is on 1 HP. And he's a lucky cheeky burger to be alive.
Yeah, this is where you finally pronounce Mikey as my 1 key.
Right.
Because he's on 1 HP.
Is it just M1 key?
Quite literally has 1 in there. M1 key. Yeah, why did I say my 1 key? I messed up my own joke, Ted.
Yeah, so I was curious about it.
You called me out on it as well. I mean, good thing you did, because then I realized that it wasn't such a good joke.
It's just because I'm listening to what you're actually saying, Pavlos.
Yeah, you just have thank you. That's good that you listen sometimes.
Yeah.
Back into this though, and Astral seem positive that the B site is the site for them. Thing is, no UTIL available for them, so it's going to have to be quite dry of a peak, and these spray shots from UNiTY do end up hurting.
Ooh, so much
Now
spam.
Pop receiving
So much
to the
spam.
leg, survives. The thing is, you know where two of them are potentially going to come
terrifying. This is very
So
terrifying for both teams.
Mikey up first, low as hell. So he's going to be the sacrificial lamb, goes down instantly. Here comes Marisco, though. He's found damage. He is the sacrificial lamb for his team, even though he's able to entry through this. Meow Pop sticks on side.
Oh.
Here comes the surprise.
Hold
Swizz
on.
uses that opportunity to swing past through
They've
as
done
well.
it.
Kiffer's the last man standing. Over on Cave. They know where he looked.
No time.
That's the round. It's got to be.
Yeah, he's saving. He's hightailing it, coming back for the kill here on Swizz, and he'll be able to get that one. Swizz gets baited in. Meow Pop needs to survive. CTs have money for the next one. Teams might not have all of them, but Astral still get 12 rounds.
That's the important part. You can get yourself so close when you only need the one. You can even decide to take a weaker part here if you need to, but I don't think they've got that necessity right now. They can afford an AWP, a full set of rifles, decent utility, Kevlar and helmet on each and every one of them.
Yeah. They're going to have a very good purchase on the CT side. But it's about the rounds, as you pointed out, rightfully so. Astral with an opportunity to close this one out and book themselves a spot in Barcelona. Less than a month after getting Swizz and GXX on the lineup. They could be heading to a $50,000 LAN event. And it's not one that you buy your entry into. You need to play. You need to win in order to go. Marisco overlooked.
It was in deep corner, right? It's not one that you can easily clear if you want to be taking care of sight simultaneously. Swizz gets the trade back.
They can call it off.
And I think that's exactly what they've done.
Yeah, they can relax a little bit. They just needed the 1-for-1, right?
Oh,
But
double back.
Oh, no, boosting up. I don't dislike that. Now you go back. Swizz should get at least one free kill.
Swizz,
He just needs to be patient.
You sneaky boys.
If Uzi hits that flick, he's going to see him on a screen if Swizz peeks. He still should not be getting the kill. They can fake B now. Fake B. You've left that player on top of the boost. Necky's got a smoke. Meow's going back with another smoke. Yeah. They will fake and send one player in. And then you're hoping that Swizz kills the Oper.
So, dropping the smoke over for Necky.
Yeah, he's got two of them. Smoke short, smoke long, go and make noise. Fight. Make your way into the bomb site.
Two.
He needs to go.
UNiTY know that this could be a ploy.
Oh, Swizz is dead. Uzi's killed him.
Oh, no. Well,
Yeah, that's a save.
there goes the plan.
Right.
The build-up for it, man. The anticipation, the agony.
I wouldn't say it's such a bad idea. I'd say you're maybe overcomplicating it a little bit. When you have Swizz on the boost, you make a little bit of noise from main, and then he peeks when they don't know he's on top. Maybe he gets a kill. But obviously it's variables, right? Because if Uzi doesn't get the kill, and if Necky wins this fight, round over. Maybe you could say that Swizz played a little bit too early. Maybe the Oper made some noise. We don't really know what happened on the other side, but probably let Necky throw the smokes, get into a fight, and then you go later on after he's died.
Another timeout. Making sure that every rock stone is turned. Oh boy. Ray 5 knowing that this is a little bit closer than what they would have liked. A few rounds where they got lost in the sauce and UNiTY had the opportunity to come back. So, enough face palming. Into the action, into the server. Rough buy, 2 Tech 9s. Is that going to be enough for Astral?
A great question, that is. Time to find out, I guess. Ooh, Necky able to make his way up heaven. Goes down to the M4 of Neofrag, though. A little bit of a labored affair. Neofrag might get punished.
Oh,
Overzealous.
he absolutely gets shut down there.
They've walked into our zone Kefita's alone on the boost.
Got a
They're
couple
so
of plays that can
silent.
rotate quickly. But
Do they clear him out?
You've got to, right? Ray 5 has got to know this is a situation which UNiTY may want to boost. That bomb is going down. There's nothing you can do about it. Oh dear, someone looking.
He's let them bomb.
Flex
No one's
swing,
looking now.
he does. Just the one. He would have loved to get a double there. Molly lands onto the smoke, so that's a bit of a fail, a fluke.
GXX, you've got middle to worry about.
And that's exactly what he's turned his attention towards. Receives a bullet as well, somehow survives. Is this it? Runs into Mikey, 2 versus 2. What is this? Now
no
Ray
way.
5 and Meow Pop have to do the heavy lifting, but the player with the most health has got the worst weapon.
Molly towards main. That's going to force the rifle into a fight, but he's able to get the kill. And it's a 1v1. He's been spotted out. There's not enough time. Ray, he just stays alive. He's won them the round. Woozy can't do a thing about it. And ASTRAL, less than a month after signing GXX and Swiss, have qualified for the Lorgar Rankings LAN Final in Barcelona.
They're going to Spain, baby. You could see how happy they were about it, right? The celebration, the cries.
Yeah.
And, dude, it was an uncomfortable game. Let's face it, an uncomfortable series. Things were not always going the right direction.